Hello friends, welcome to the all exam review series on control system. In this part, we are going to solve very important questions of control system. The details of the examination are given in the description. So in question number 1, it is asked, the system response of a system can be tested with which of the following options given. Now, first option is unit impulse, which is delta t, second is ramp, third is sinusoidal, and fourth is exponential. Out of these four, the option number 1 is correct. The reason behind that is this is the only signal out of the given four which is having a constant or one its spectrum, so it will be covering all the frequencies range. So unit impulse signal is generally preferred for testing the any kind of system. Question number 2 is a feedback system is given and feedback factor is given as 0.1 with the forward gain of 10. The sensitivity of the system is to be obtained with reference to or with respect to the feedback element. Now in this given example, we have considered this standard canonical form of a control system and consider that this is your forward gain and this is your feedback gain. So you can write the transfer function of the system as g over 1 plus gh, and the sensitivity with reference to the feedback element, which is h, can be obtained using this relation. Now when you solve it, the result comes out to be this minus gh over 1 plus gh, and when you put the values of the given gain, so this will be minus the value of g is 10, h is 0.1, 1 plus 10 into 0.1, so this will be minus 1 upon 1 plus 1, so this will be minus 1 by 2, and the answer of question number 2 will be option number 1. Next, for question number 3, the transfer function of system is given and the steady state error with reference to the unit step input is to be obtained. So this given transfer function is loop transfer function GSHS, and we have to determine the steady state error. By steady state error, we mean that the error when time is tending towards infinity. So this is the general formula of finding the steady state error, which is SRS over 1 plus GSHS, and S is tending towards 0. So if you put the value of given transfer function GSHS and unit step signal is given, so its Laplace can be written as 1 by S, and by putting all these value, limit tending towards 0, you can find the steady state error, so this will be infinite. Another approach to solve this is steady state error can be written in the standard form as a 1 over 1 plus Kp. For unit step input, this Kp is known as the positional error coefficient, and if you put the value of GH over here, so the Kp will be equals to minus 1, and this will come out to be 1 over 1 minus 1, this will be 1 over 0, so this is also again infinity. So from the given options, option number 3 for question number 3 will be the correct answer. Next is the number of integrators in the given transfer function GS. So we are assuming in the given almost HS is equals to 1. So we have to find the number of integrator. So if you observe, there is 1, 0, and there are 3 poles. So from the given option, this is 1, 0 and 1 pole. So we will need 2 integrators to implement this system. Now next question is question number 5. It is said if a system is critically damped, it means the value of delta is 1, and if it is 1, if gain is increased, so the system will become. So you need to know that whenever gain of system is increased, its delta will decrease. So when it is going to be less than 1, the system will become underdamped. So option number 2 is the correct answer for question number 5. Next question is, the characteristic equation of a system is given, and we have to find the damping ratio and the natural frequency. So for a second order system, the standard characteristic equation is written in this form, where delta is the damping ratio and omega n is the natural frequency of system. So if you compare, this omega n square is equals to 8. So this omega n is equals to under root of 8, which you can write as a 2 root 2, and now the delta of the system can be found by putting the value of omega n here. So this value of omega n is 2 root 2, and that is compared with the value of 2. So this delta will be 1 over 2 root 2. So omega n is 2 root 2, and this will be the damping ratio. Next question number 7. For the small value of gain k, the root must be. So this question is with reference to the root locus. The root locus starts from the poles. It starts from the poles, and at that time gain of system is 0. So when it is saying that the small value of gain k, so we will say that the roots of characteristic equation are always lying on the or near the poles of the transfer function. So for this question number 7, option number 4 is the correct answer. Next, question number 8, for the transfer function is given as GS is given, the size of its state matrix is asked. So state transition matrix is order is to be obtained. So for this given system, the order of the system is there are 3 poles in this loop transfer function, and since it will be a square matrix, so whenever you write the state equations, these are represented in this form, and x represents the state vector, u is the input, and y is the output. So the answer of question number 8, it will be a square matrix of 3 by 3 because of this is having a 3 order of GSHS. Next question is, which one of the following transfer function represent the critical damped system? Now we know that for a system to be critically damped, the delta of system should be 1. Now we have to find the value of delta. So this will be s square plus 4s plus 4 equals to 0. So omega n square is equals to 4. You can find from here omega n is equals to 2 radian per second. And if you compare it with the this standard equation and this value, so this omega is 2, and if you put 4, so here it comes out to be delta is equals to 1. So from the given options, option number 1 is correct for the question number 9. Next question is, there are 2 linear time invariant discrete time systems. These are represented by S1 and S2 over here shown in the diagram, and these are cascaded. Each system is modeled by second order difference equation. So since these are discrete time systems, so there will be a difference equation representation of individual system, and both are having second order. So since systems are in series or in cascade, so we know that whenever systems are in series or in cascade, their system functions are multiplied, or impulse response of individual are converged. So when these will be multiplied, the overall difference equation of the system will be having the order of 4.